Blessed are the women, for they shall inherit the earth, right? Not the meek. So if the nation can rise no higher than this woman, what did Elijah have to do next? Right? Every man that comes to the awareness has to go cover another base of the enemy. He covers another base of the enemy in order to get the message to our people. Right? So Clarence 13 next. Puddin', Father God Allah, founder of the 5% Nation. Right? He told Elijah we needed something different that's not as strict as a nation doctrine for the ones who still smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, and pound on their motherfucking chest and pound this concrete. They not finna be told what to do in such a strict manner because you know how we are. So he started the Nation of the 5%ers, and them niggas killed his ass too. They murdered him the same way they murdered Malcolm, putting blood of the righteous on the land. Sooner or later, Big Mama gonna answer for that shit. Sooner or later, this shit gonna be exposed, right? And so I ran across a couple other things today that also got my attention about Mar-a-Lago and a message that was coming from Mar-a-Lago.
Yes, I just wanted just really quick because I know people want to get in with their questions and everything. Just want to just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for doing the work that you're doing. Just exposing so much information on our lives and to our community, and just a lot of people that's been coming on your live. That from you being on live, jumping on our lives, we've been building like massively. So we a tribe of sisters and brothers out here that's really, you giving us assignments, and I have to say we finishing a lot of those. And I'm really, really blessed with the fact that I see my people jumping on right now. I'm really blessed with the fact that I just want to give you a little update about what's going on the land. So
Yes, ma'am.
since, we first talked over a month ago, we have our full apothecary now. So we have our full-blown apothecary doing the work. We also we over here working with our birthing center, so we really working super hard to get those done. We got a group of midwives and stuff. We have a bona fide one that's in the tribe, Baby Mama Hood. So we've been really, really working on that, and just your words of encouragement and the videos that people are able to go back, it really makes our brothers kind of when they come into the room with us, we got that big mama energy, so we learning how to not take sides when we dealing with these egos. So it's just been really, really beneficial to just be able to have those results. So I just, anybody that's listening, y'all on here, the brothers, the truth, we already know you the truth. And just thank you for just tribal building for a lot of us that are out here and have, been, I can't say lost. We've been wandering a little bit, trying to figure out where to go. So we really appreciate you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate y'all too. Because we gotta, we all gotta work together in order to overcome the opposition. But we also gotta be able to know how to tell when the opposition is in our midst. Because they look like us, but they ain't us. And they come in to turn us against each other so they can solve the problem for a fee.
Yes. Yes. And so, we just dealing with the work. So, we really appreciate the fact that it's just like for us on our lives, anybody that, wants to ever come in, pop in on Mondays and Fridays, we do a live dealing with mental health. And mental health is a prime key to what we need to do to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. It's a sister that knows the Oshun rituals for the sisters, and she in New York.
Okay.
So for y'all that want to connect with her, look her up on Instagram or Facebook under Goddess Glow Up.. She already do the retreats. She already know what to do. with the sisters and in the groups. She know how to tune the energy so y'all all on the same frequency, and y'all can take that energy. The higher y'all raise it, it becomes contagious to every righteous woman y'all pass. Her energy will just start matching that level.
Okay. And that's what we need. We just need, you know, because we hear a lot of brothers always talking about what sisters not doing, and we just at that point where here with our tribe, we
Well, y'all used to get murdered for trying to restore the balance in the energy field. Now y'all can do this shit
yeah,
without getting murdered. And now the only way you gonna seize back the power is to start doing y'all shit. It's y'all shit.
exactly.
First right to the earth rights.
Exactly. And we realizing that,
Right?
you know, once what we're doing is pushing, and so our brothers are getting in alignment. They don't have no choice but to get in alignment.
Yep. Especially when you hit that big mama energy,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the respect with going to Big Mama house, you could just feel the respect in the atmosphere. It just put you in line. You can't get out of line.
No, not at
Well,
all.
except for that one uncle. He
Yeah.
got to be the example to know what happened when you get out of line at Big Mama house.
And he got to be
It's the same uncle.
yeah, and he got to be that example. That probably the one you might some of us learn not to be around. You know, so too. So we
But
always had that
he
example.
he gonna come to Big Mama house disrespectful, and one of the other uncles
Mm-hmm.
gonna beat his ass like we do at every family gathering,
Yes.
and then he gonna be sitting there with his thumb in his mouth like he ain't done nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's so that the younger ones will know when you come to Big Mama house, you're gonna be respectful, or this is what happened when you get out of line.
Yeah.
One of your own gonna put you in your place.
Yes. Most definitely.
Right? We ain't calling no police over here. It's family business. The police ain't got no business in family business when the whole family is home.
Yes. Yes, I
Right?
agree. I agree. And our
Right.
sisters, you know, I'm just gonna say word of encouragement. You know, we know it's rough, but it's been rough. Just we gotta stay strong and keep that energy going. And you know, like we believe out here. I'm in California, I'm in Oakland, and you know, it's the power of love. So we can transcend it all over, but just know that we all doing the same, not all of us, but the ones that are, we doing it, and we praying for you too. And I just
Yeah.
want to speak
So
something really quick about what the brother, when he was talking about altars. And I just wrote in there in the comments that, because like what we do here in, just because I know we have different traditions in different places. And so me being a woman that was raised as, I know we go different terms, and we've talked about it, Brother Rod, as Afro-Indigenous woman. I've been raised on the land with, you know, knowing about what I'm supposed to do. And what we do is we teach our people, because it has been hidden about our altars. So what we do is we build our altars back instead of us, you know, standing on our mounds, because that's what we're doing out here, the Shell Mound out here in Emeryville. And so what we're doing is we're building altars around our mounds that have been desecrated. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to make that connection, because Pixar doesn't have a problem with making the movie Coco. And that movie was an amazing movie when you look at the Day of the Dead and how that was all about altar building. And it was a movie that brought you feelings, but that's what we've always had. And we are so not connected to that. And we, you know, when a lot of us are there, and it's not spooky. And it's like you said, it's about how, because I have altars all around me. And I build, this is all I do is rocks and all of that. I'm building stuff for altars. So I encourage people, if you do, share if you can with the
so
people that need it. And if you don't, then hold it to yourself, because that's, you know, it's okay.
so a lot of the reasons why we kept altars, when you go to the altar, you are altering your perception from the regular world to the spiritual world.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where you do it at. And you use that as what you call a sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
This way you train the mind where you can turn it on and turn it off. You turn it on when you go to the altar.
Exactly.
You turn it off when you leave the altar. That way that you're not getting overwhelmed in your day-to-day life with overloads of spiritual input.
Exactly.
Because it's going to come.
Yes.
If you don't train the mind how to control it, it won't have any control. It'll just come.
Yes. And people don't know that when you do, because we do a lot of rituals and a lot of ceremonies. And I'm one in my community, Sekhmet. My name is Sekhmet. Like you were saying, when you get a name, you get to choose your name. Sekhmet is the name that was given and I chose. And so I'm the fire holder in the community. And, we build them and but we also, even when we do our lives, we always light a candle to ask the ancestors to be with us. And we build an altar on live around us. Everybody can do their own altar setting. But before we go, we always make sure that the ancestors are sent back, or, to go back. And people don't do that. So you have to be very careful. Just like when I sell my stone, I never let anyone leave my table without clearing them with some sage, some copal, some palo santo, something, because I need that person to get their own energy. I got all kinds of energy on it, but I want them to have their own. But people don't teach those kind of things. And that's one of those things that, being of the land, I've just been taught that. And so that's why we're trying to teach it. So it just makes us feel better. And we have more connection to ourselves.
So now we at the point where our sisters keep tribbing up.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's a slow falling building. It looked like it's falling slow until that motherfucker try to get to escape from under it. Exactly. Then you realize how fast it's falling.
Exactly. And like you said before, you hit rock bottom. That's the only way you don't know where the foundation is to get back up. So
yeah,
how to rebuild.
I've been there several times on different terrains.
I'm traveling too, so that's why I just wanted to make sure that I gave you, your flowers while you here all the time. And we really appreciate you and we thank you. And we just love building with you, and continually we will support you. And we know you support in the tribes. And I just want people to know the brother's the truth. So thank you so much. All right. You have a blessed one, everybody. Peace and love. And just
you
love
too.
each other and tribe up. Love you. Peace.
Peace. They are telling us that this is a communist defense, like we defending ourselves from communism. But what is communism? Because in communist country, communists call communism democracy. Think about that for a minute. I'm going to let that sink in. I'm going to say it one more time. In communist country, the communists call communism democracy. Right? But they don't call it a republic. Now, there's a difference in a democracy and a republic. The democracy is the rule by people, the collective. Republic is the rule by what the paperwork say. What's in the paperwork? Right? So they have you under this false illusion that we going back to a republic form of government. If you go to a republic form of government, you are actually going to a government that's predicated upon the established judiciary. The problem with that is the judiciary doesn't work for anybody on our land. Their court system, their political system, their whole structure from their economic system is all predicated upon subjugating the organic people of the land that been here so long that we was already here when we got here because we had to come build here in order for here to exist. Yep, they got a little bit of it in Lovecraft Country, and they got a little bit of it in American God, so they got it scattered around now. Okay, now, so now that y'all see that they've been talking about this shit in our face, behind our back, they've been talking about everything that we didn't know in our face, laughing at us because we don't know that Dr. Strangelove is telling us about semen retention and adrenochrome. We don't know at the time that they make the movie that this guy coming to harvest, he's shooting him in the forehead. What's that movie called again? I'm horrible with the names of these movies sometimes. I Come in Peace. In I Come in Peace, the alien is overdosing people on heroin. The side effect of this is a massive rush of endorphins, right? The endorphins, we call it adrenaline, neuroepinephrine, and alpha endorphin, etc. These are the chemicals that he's extracting in order to make his chemicals to take home. So they making fun of Jack because he is identifying the aliens and they calling him crazy. They saying he's insane and there is no aliens, and we not gonna be telling people that we fighting some alien intergalactic drug dealers harvesting chemicals from the human brain in order to feed their insatiable desire for adrenochrome. We not gonna tell nobody that because they not gonna believe that shit until we catch them. Now they've been caught red-handed. They done been infiltrated at every level the same way they infiltrated us at every level. Everything they did to oppress us, we found a way to use that same shit to come up. So we laying a conspiracy out in the open, but y'all are so caught up on individual stuff that y'all don't realize that it's not until the collective in a unified voice stand up together in resistance to the tyranny of what we face with will we ever overcome the opposite. We will never ever overcome our opposition being complacent with being oppressed. And you complacent being oppressed when you followed a system without question or resistance. You become the same as the people that had to go along to get along in Germany until it came time for their execution. Right? So they don't want to share my videos, but they want to listen to them. They want to tell me how deep this shit is, but they won't tell nobody else because they don't want the same scrutiny that I have to be on this shit to go through. Like, I'm not interested in that shit. All right, now, from here, we find that the plot thickens when the Black Panther Party for self-defense is infiltrated. The Nation of Islam is infiltrated, right? So how do we know that the Nation of Islam was infiltrated? Because one of the highest ranking members of the Nation of Islam, El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, said the nation was highly infiltrated. I'm going to show y'all. See, I'm giving y'all these receipts so that y'all be able to show people what I'm talking about. Right? I don't know if this is, let me see. I'm going to see if this first one is it. I'm so sick of these people commercials. Everything got a commercial on it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You'll excuse the fact that I'm out of breath, but about 10 or 15 minutes ago, a tragic thing, from all indications at this point, has happened in the city of Dallas.
That's not it.
Earlier today, a judge threw out the verdict against two men wrongfully.
Nope. It was at the press conference, Malcolm press conference on his house bombing. I'm not going to play this whole thing. But this was his 1965, February 15th, where he's talking.
Because
So I'm up here at Max Out Fitness, where they out there passing out bikes, you know, looking out for the kids, doing all of their due diligence with the kids. You see them? They all outside, making it do what it do with the bikes. But I had a problem in my brain, so I'm gonna do some invites and hope that somebody can give me some good comments on this conundrum I'm trying to crack.